Hi everyone. I'm just trying to set up my pump fun stream right now. It's so funny. The token always goes up right before streaming. Hi everyone. It's just me today. Princess isn't coming. She's not feeling well. So it's just me. I'm going to be talking about the state of the trenches and basically what's going on in crypto. Trench wise, I've been doing so poorly. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've made a lot of money and I've also lost it. Um, of course, it's been fun, but there's just been like a lot of sleepless nights just trading and trying to make a bag. And I find that I'm making much more money on perps. Oh, I have a guest speaker here.
How's it going?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Were you so I sent you a DM just now asking where you're streaming to?
Oh, I'm streaming to Twitter, YouTube, and Pumpun.
Oh, cool, cool. Awesome. Well, great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So what
Um,
made you decide to just accept my request to just jump on stream? Is it like
I
you
was
have like
just
a
looking for
segment where you
someone
just
to
invite
stream.
randos up?
I'm super random, honestly. I was looking for someone to stream with me and yeah, you wanted to stream, why not?
Hey, vibe. That's pretty cool. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
So tell us about what you're building.
Yeah. Well, first off, hey, I'm Javon. I am based in San Francisco, and I am the CEO and co-founder of a company called Drip. You can
Hmm.
see right here. So we are a live and social commerce platform for collectibles. So
Hmm.
Pokemon cards, sports cards, toys, Funko Pops, etc. We've been around for about 4 years. We've raised about 30 million in venture capital from leading investors in Silicon Valley. And the latest thing that we've been working on has actually been doing RWAs. So bringing on, Pokemon cards on chain and kind of making them, blending them with our kind of a deeply interactive technology. So we actually have a live stream shopping platform. We have kind of video based commerce products as well. And so we just did a launch with Sky Mavis, Ronin, for some Pokemon cards, and that's been going pretty well. We're going to be doing some stuff with On Chain Summer, and then may potentially be looking to explore collabing with other chains as well.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Um, is Sky Mavis, is that Axie? Are those
Yeah,
the Axie guys?
yeah, it's Axie guys.
Oh, nice. How are they doing? I haven't seen them on my timeline in a while.
I mean, it seems like they're. I mean, what we've been doing with them has been doing well.
Yeah.
Um, so I think that's been, that's been performing, you know, very, very well. And it seems like it's something that they're pushing a lot on.
Mhm.
So that's been going well. I don't necessarily know how they're doing overall. I think their product velocity has actually been quite impressive over the last quarter or so. Like, I think it's just been churning out a lot of stuff, which is really, really cool to see. And it seems, I was actually spent some time with their one of their co-founders and the CEO over the past like 3 weeks, and seem pretty enthusiastic and excited for the future. So
That's awesome. Why did you decide Pokemon cards? This is the first time. No, actually, it's not the first time I'm hearing about Drip because I saw you pop up somewhere, either in my DM or like my timeline somewhere. But
I
why
mean,
did
I
you?
wasn't. I was I really up in your DM in time. My bad if I was. I gotta check. Gotta check the receipts. Oh, I
No,
did.
no,
Oh,
no.
I did. I have been in your DMs actually. I think I was. Were you a consultant? I think that was like my hook.
I was a consultant. I worked at EY
Oh, nice,
before,
nice.
prior to
I. s-
crypto.
Oh, nice. Oh, you did crypto at EY. That's dope.
No, 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 no. I'm no. I was just a tech consultant.
Okay.
Um, anyway.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I started my career at Bain, so
Oh, nice,
so
fancy.
yeah, so know the life of living on planes and living out of suitcase.
So funny. We all wanted to be like the Bain and BCG guys. Like,
I
oh my
mean,
God, they fly first.
I'm not gonna lie. When I was in consulting, I don't think I flew first that much. Like
Really?
I mostly flew. I mean, like a lot of my projects were like in the. So I was in Atlanta, and I was like mostly like flying in the southeast. So the planes were either really small or they were going to like cities like DC or Miami, where there's just like a ton of traffic. So like
Yeah.
to get that upgrade, you had to like work hard. But the points still hit though. The points
Yeah.
I
The
still have
planes were
points
so
to this.
good.
I still have points to this day that I can use like to like book travel if I ever decide to.
Gosh, I hated consulting. I remember like I would just because I was traveling. I was traveling a lot. And
Mhm.
Monday to Thursday, I don't know, it'd be like a friend's birthday in New York, paying New York City rent, and I'd miss my best friend's birthday because I had to be on client site. It
Yeah,
was like
being yeah, I
not a
actually
big deal.
yeah. So one of the things I would actually say is that like if you like being in consulting and working at like in a like living in a tier one city is actually probably a miss because you again you just have to pay tier one city rent
Right,
and then you're not really there. And so like
right,
if you like you think about your effective costs, like maybe you're there for like 5 to 7 days at most in the month. So you're paying like $500-600 a day effectively. You may
right.
as well actually just stay at a hotel and like put your stuff in storage. So it's like it's versus like a lower tier city like Atlanta. I was like paying like $850 a month for rent in a very
Okay.
nice apartment and
Yeah.
like saving a ton. So but you get what you pay. It's also for the network. I live in San Francisco now and I've been here for like 8 years and totally
Do
worth
you
it.
like it there?
Yeah, it's pretty great. Except for now, so it is pretty foggy. So this is like the weather outside right now. Um, and it's like so that's what it's like in the summer. It's just like very foggy here. Um, and yeah, that kind of like a bummer, but overall it's really fantastic. Like I live in this like really wonderful neighborhood called Cole Valley. There's like the Golden Gate Park is right there. There's like Twin Peaks. There's Buena Vista Park. So there's like fantastic nature, and then like obviously there's so many really amazing builders here and investors, and so it's just like a really great place to be in center of gravity. Did you mention that you're in New York?
Yeah, I am. Someone said Atlanta is dev tier one now as it relates to cost. I was gonna say Atlanta's not that cheap now. I'm
Yeah, I mean
hearing.
Atlanta's definitely not that cheap. I mean like
Yeah, Atlanta's like
yeah, it's
expensive.
the houses there are no joke. Got my mom a house there like 2 years ago, and it was like the prices are not like what they used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, where's okay? I'm guessing the chat is all over in
Yeah,
different
there's
places.
the chat right now, the one that I'm seeing is on Twitter. Okay, so tell us more about Drip. So how many users do you guys have? Is it like an app?
Yeah, for sure.
How do you
Happy
get
to give you
involved with Drip?
Yeah, happy to give a bit more context about Drip. So we have a mobile app, iOS and Android, a web app. We have about last 12 months, 2 million active users,
Oh
and
wow.
about I think on a monthly basis, maybe 300 to 400,000 active. And we people our product is mostly focused on live stream, like that's our core business. It's like people host live streams and they sell products on those live streams, like whether or not like they're like auctioning off like Pokemon cards like this, or they're kind of like doing something called rip and ship. So they have like unopened Pokemon cards, people buy them and they like open them up for them on stream. So that's like the most popular format. And we have an ecosystem of about 3,000 live sellers on our platform, mostly selling Pokemon, but also other collectible categories. And then we have a really we've kind of built out other suites of products. So like the big one right now is our mystery box product that you can open up on live stream or off stream, and that's kind of related to our RWA work right now. And we do a few million a month in volume our business has been growing. I think in the last 6 months, our business has grown at least, in terms of GMV, 75%. In terms of revenue, our business has grown about 250% as well in the last 6 months. So it's been kind of cruising along quite nicely.
So it's like a TikTok, but it's all live stream.
It's like a TikTok, but with a focus on collectibles,
Okay.
strong focus on nerdcore collectibles.
So can you explain like the tokenized part of it a bit more?
Yeah, sure thing. So, we are still early in our exploration around getting in the crypto space, even though, just a bit of context and history on us. So when we launched our business, we raised our series A in late 2022. A big part of our launch was actually being in the crypto space. So we wanted to actually sell NFTs. We'd actually done a lot of work. We did a collab with Sotheby's New York and did the first ever hip hop concert with like Method Man on stage. It was like so cool. Um, and obviously the market, kind of collapsed, and now the market's recovering. And so our core focus now is actually more focused on kind of, number one, starting with RWAs, right? So like, how do we kind of bring these assets, these Pokemon cards and other collectibles on chain, and allow folks to be able to trade those collectibles like as seamlessly as possible. So that's the first, core focus. But then we also want to also allow folks to then start to like potentially even trade NFTs, right? Obviously, that's coming back as well. And so like, how can we allow someone to like stream and maybe sell NFTs on the live stream, or kind of like bundle the NFTs in mystery boxes and then sell them on live stream as well. And then, over time, we definitely want to look into building out social tokens as well as a part of our ecosystem. We already have like a reward system baked in. It's more about then aligning that to a social token. But our real first step is just, continuing the work to just bring all of our assets, on chain in the marketplace, and then like getting our community to be able to transact against those assets.
What's your demographic of users?
Yeah, it's mostly men. It's I'd say 80, which I'm guessing is the crypto market as well. It's mostly dudes. It's mostly men between their mid 20s and late 40s. They tend to be kind of like anime fans, right? That turned into collectors, right? So they're really big fans of you know Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, etc. And then it became, you know, then it kind of started collecting. They tend to be, and I imagine this is maybe somewhat similar to crypto market, but they tend to be kind of like, you know, some of the few believers within their communities, right? And so they may have like, they may have had an interest, been collecting magic cards for years or Pokemon cards for years, and like they're just looking for community to connect with around that hobby. And so, it's really one of the things I feel really grateful for is the fact that like, you know on top of allowing folks to be able to earn, really meaningful amounts of cash by selling on our platform, we also kind of create a community for folks to be able to connect with each other, especially folks that may, feel like they're on an island around, their interest in magic cards or Pokemon cards or something.
How do you verify these RWAs, like these Pokemon cards? How do you verify um, that they're real?
Yeah, it's a great question. So it's just we're just first party now. So we have we have, so on the RWA side, like our product is third party. So we have live sellers that are going on and like ripping open packs of products, and those sellers are really, highly curated. So they go through like a pretty rigorous screening process to make sure that they have a large enough audience to stream on our platform, and they have the inventory to do so. On the RWA side, it's all curated by us for now,
Mhm.
and a few trusted. We have like, a few kind of larger scale players within the space, like Hit Parade, which is like a very well known physical collectibles brand, and a few others, but it's mostly us, right? And so like that kind of in-house curation kind of makes sure that provides authenticity around the collectible. And then the other thing too is like most of them are like slabs, so they're graded, so they're like usually authenticated by a third party. So that gives us confidence that like it's also real.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. I have to try this. I have to try it out.
Yeah.
It's just drip on the App Store.
Yep. So our site is, yeah, it's dripshop.live. So there's another crypto company called Drip House. And fun fact, I actually went to one of their board meeting, like one of the board meetings of that founder, um, many years ago, my previous venture fund, but completely different companies.
Mm. Oh wow, you have like the gamers. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, it's a lot of
this one, right?
yeah, that is us. You can verify it by just checking against the logo in the back, right
Wow,
behind me.
Barney. Why is Barney in your front page?
Can you show me this? Like I'm actually kind of I'm not sure if it's Barney or maybe it's a creator. I'm very curious what this looks like.
I'm just trying to sign up. I'm gonna test this app live.
Hey, go ahead, check out a. You're gonna be like testing out a stream, which should be interesting. Okay, I'm gonna also check out the pump fun uh,
Yeah,
version of this too. I like how like this conversation is very chill. It's very chill.
yeah. This is a chill stream.
V
It's always
chill. I
what is
think you should add
that?
to make the stream, kind of just align with the vibe. Just put on some like really nice, soothing music.
Some music. Okay.
Yeah,
So
just
this
like
is
some
like
nice, like some maybe some bossa nova or like some, some like elevator music.
yeah. Okay, that's a good idea. Usually it's much more chaotic.
Oh, really?
My I'm just
Is
I'm
it
just
my vibe? Am I
no,
too
it's not your
chill?
vibe. I'm just I usually we usually talk about meme coins. My co-host is not here today. She's not well. So I think it's just like I'm the chill one out of the two of us. So I think that's why it's so chill.
Gotcha.
But
Okay,
she
so
would be asking you like 5,000 questions per minute.
gotcha.
Okay, so interest: Pokemon, anime, Magic Gathering, football cards. Okay, so this is a jewelry. Okay, I see that in there. This is
Jewelry is a category that is not going to be very poppin' right now. You may
this is
find
an app. This is an app for men. Where's
It's an
the
app for men. Even though we are adding some Labubus though. We are going to be adding some Labubus.
Pokemon, anime, One Piece card, football, sneakers, other card, through the jewelry in there, trading card games, other Yu-Gi-Oh. What is that? Video games, coins and currency. Okay, coins and currency.
Just
I
so you
guess
know,
I'll pick jewelry.
I think you should pick Pokemon cards. You could really
Okay,
like
Pokemon.
I think you'll we'll add on Labubu soon. Have you
Do girls care about Labubus like that?
I
I
think
don't
they
think
do. Like, did you not see like Meg the Stallion like ripping some Labubus? And like I feel like all these like it seems the Labubu seems like it's appealing to women and men. I think men are it's still slightly more men, but the Labubus seem like they're popping off with women as well.
I don't go outside to know.
You don't you don't quite, you gotta go outside. You gotta get that.
I don't go outside to know.
You gotta you gotta preserve that melanin with some sunlight.
I just trade meme
If you
coins.
want to wait until this one's over to see how many people more people want to play, we can do that as well.
You can refill.
So we need 7 to start it though.
It's cool.
You said Logan, maybe Seth.
So this is for like real gamers, like real like this is like catering to like a specific group of people.
Yeah. It's like people that will, that are actually interested in collecting physical inventory. So the thing that we're really excited about with, particularly with RWAs is, um, is definitely, making the inventory, because like again, like these Pokemon cards, sports cards can be very valuable. Like so, like the most valuable like sports card is like a rookie Steph Curry, and it was like for $6 million, $6 million, and you have like lots of these cards that can be very, very valuable, like tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so, you know, we've envisioned a world in which you can basically, you know, have a lot of these cards like vaulted in our system and be able to trade it, seamlessly on our platform. And purchase it, and you can kind of trade it by either going on a live stream and like being like, hey, this is all I have. Like, sell it. I'm going to sell it to you guys like on this live video stream, or have other people buy it from you when you're not live, etc. So we think that like it's going to be, the benefit of it is, especially within the crypto ecosystem, is obviously, the market is high. There's probably high amounts of cyclicality there, right? And having like an asset that's like tied to something in the real world kind of gives you a little bit more buffer, for the kind of the volatility that's happening in the market, while also kind of still serving, you know, degen interest. Like the reality is like a lot of people in the collectibles market are actually like the physical collectibles market. Actually, they'll like buy like a ton of packs and rip them, and sometimes not get any hits, right? But they just do it for
Mhm.
the thrill. So we think there's going to be a lot of really, really awesome overlap there.
That's awesome. I'm really excited for you guys. I didn't even is it just mobile based or and do you
No,
think people
we have a web app as well. So if you just go to Drip Shop Live, domain in the StreamYard, you can see the domain there too.
do you think people are streaming directly to Drip or they're using like
OBS
OBS
or
restream?
StreamYard. So we actually have people do both. So they actually either use OBS Restream. But the most common use case is that they will stream on our platform, and then we actually have like multicasting technology built in, where they
Mhm.
can actually like stream to multiple platforms at the same time.
Oh,
So
cool.
maybe we'll like have, so sometimes we have people stream to multi-stream to Twitter, multi-stream to YouTube and Twitch. Twitch is our most common platform. Maybe we'll have people multi-stream to the trenches on Pump Fun too.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Um so what else was I gonna ask? So what's where are most people based that stream?
Most in the U.S. So our entire,
Okay.
the vast majority of our buyers and sellers are in the U.S. We have some in Canada, Australia, UK. We're building up. We're probably going to start building up a base outside, Philippines, South America, etc. Soon with kind of some of our partnerships with like the Sky Mavis team.
Mhm.
But most folks are kind of in U.S., Canada.
That's awesome. Congrats. And how long have you guys been building this? Because I feel like streaming is a like to me streaming is a new thing. I woke up one day and like everyone's streaming.
Yeah, every no, no.
I,
So
I thought we
we
were on TikTok.
yeah. So we've been around for about 4 years.
Okay.
And our business has always been live, right? So it's always been live streaming, but it's like we started primarily in the collectible selling space. Again, we tried to do some stuff in NFTs. The market kind of wasn't there, but like the collectibles communities, like physical collectibles, has been really, really strong and durable, uh, you know, up until now.
Right.
Yeah, cool. So I actually have a question for you, and I think I was like trying to like hit you up before, but so obviously have we're doing a lot of cool stuff in the space, but I would still consider myself a noob when it comes to like the crypto ecosystem and kind of how to navigate it and stuff like that. Be very curious, if you were like someone who's like just getting back into the space, or someone who's just kind of like getting reintroduced to the space, what are kind of some of like the hot projects or folks you'd recommend kind of reaching out to?
I mean,
Uh,
I think it depends on what you're interested in, right?
mhm.
So if you're interested in trading, yeah, there's like a whole different demographic than it is if you're interested in like NFTs or if you're in like Bitcoiners are completely different from Ethereum maxis. And hey, Bitcoin is you don't like Bitcoiners?
no. I have a lot of Bitcoin. I mean, I have like, I have Bitcoin. I've lost a lot of Bitcoin actually.
Okay.
Well, I have a lot of Bitcoin. I've lost a lot of Bitcoin as well. So
Why did you lose it?
um, so so there are two scenarios. So one that is like very old and one that's kind of new. So the first scenario is like, I when I was in college, I was a very early user of Coinbase
Mm,
and like created like went through the entire process to like create like a wallet. And I think back then it was like you had to create a wallet on your computer. Like there was like like seed phase, your wallet, your wallet address was like purely based to your computer, tethered to your computer. And so like I think I'd like, sign up for Coinbase. I'd gotten like some free coin, and I think it was like a few coins as well. And I basically lost that computer, lost my college email, which I signed up for, and then lost that dough, that Bitcoin. And then there's a new use case, which this new scenario, which I don't think is actually going to be a permanent issue, but it's that like we've been using Coinbase Wallet for a while to like process transactions, and we've probably done you know, a meaningful amount of volume on Coinbase over the last few, like it's like maybe like single digit percentage points, but over, close to $100 million in volume
mm.
over the last few years. And we can't find the funds. Like we're just my co-founder and I were logging in and we're like, how do we like find the funds in this account? Because I think Coinbase like made some changes. Um, and so now we're like trying to figure out how to find these funds. So
Why didn't you contact Coinbase? Have you
I
tried?
mean, that's what I'll do that. Like I know some folks, pretty high up on their team and have been chatting with them. So like we'll definitely like I'm gonna like we're gonna look at it, look through it first to see if we can find it. I think we will. I think it should be fine.
Okay.
I think it's just like we just need to keep on. We just need to kind of like look in the right accounts, etc.
Okay, so back to your question. It really depends on what you're into. If you're into meme coin trading, Pump just like went live. They just TGE'd.
Hmm.
So people are rallying behind that coin. It's not looking that great on the chart, but we'll see what happens. Uh, I think for your user base and people who stream, I think you can find and people who like to collect Pokemon cards. I think you can find a lot of users that would want to come to your platform from the pump trenches. And yeah, I think
Why do you think we'd find users in the pump trenches? Curious.
I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of that demographic.
Mm,
There are people who like Pokemon and like anime,
they're
and
nerds.
yeah, sort
They're
of,
nerds.
sort of.
Nice. Awesome. I'm reading some of these comments in Pump right now. These guys, man, you guys need to be more polite to this lady.
Oh, they're so mean.
Yeah, these are not you guys are taught better than this. Come on.
They're so mean. Whatever. I don't care. I'm just like over it at this point.
I feel
What else? What else?
actually at least they're out there talking.
Yeah, at least they're talking. Hey,
At least they're talking.
thanks
That's
for
better
coming to
than
my
nothing.
stream.
Yeah.
So, have you traded at all? Have you traded any like meme coins or
I
anything like that?
mean,
I'm
I
pretty sure it's
have. I
like
mean, obviously I bought some Trump and that experience actually like the onboarding experience was powered by someone who's in my Bain class, but the experience like yeah, I bought some Trump. I definitely made um I made some cash on that for sure, but I didn't make as nearly as much as I could have because the onboarding flow was deceptive. To
really.
Yeah, it was like a very well because the flow, and again, I'm like I run a technology product and I run a consumer product, so I'm like very like particular about these like onboarding flows. And my experience with the app, I don't remember what the app was called because I've like basically just took the bags and just left because I was like not happy with the experience. But yeah,
Phantom?
huh?
Was it
It was so it's my cash is in Phantom now, but it wasn't that wasn't the app that I use. I think it was I'm blanking on the name of the app, but it's still around. But like the experience was that I felt like the experience for me was like when I went into the app. First of all, it was vibrating, which is actually like a really, it's a good kind of like heptic experience that made me kind of want to move. But I remember in the onboarding flow, it basically said something to the extent of like, as soon as I transferred my money, that money was going to go into the Trump coin, and I was going to start kind of like, getting actually start to kind of like participating in the upside from there. But what ended up happening was like I transferred the money and I had to wait. Like I remember like waking up at like 6 a.m. to check,
Oh,
and the funds had not actually, like, the funds deposited, but I actually hadn't owned a coin,
oh.
right? So it was, again, like, this is like a pretty, like, a not a great user experience, like, in the sense that, like,
You missed your entry.
I missed my entry. Again, I still got up for sure. It was just not
That's
as
so
much as
annoying.
I
What app just makes you did you like what like was it like a limit order? Like what app just like buys the coin for you on your behalf?
it's I mean, I don't even know if I was able to do. I didn't even see that option. Again, because like, this was like a I think this app is still around, actually, and I think I still have it on my phone. I
Yeah,
just don't
please,
remember
when
the
you
name.
find it. No,
Yeah,
but no, but everyone had issues. Like it
yeah,
was
for
really
sure.
hard to buy because everyone was trying to buy Solana at that time.
Yep,
Everyone was
yep.
buying
Give me one
Trump.
quick second.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, okay, yeah, I'm back on.
Yeah, everyone was trying to buy Trump at that time. Everyone was
Mm.
trying to buy Solana. Um, Nothing was landing. It was like a mess.
Yeah, yeah, it was definitely not great. Where are you from, by the way?
My family's from Ghana.
Oh, so you speak Shri. Do you speak Shri
Yeah,
at all or no?
I do.
Oh,
Where you?
that's dope. I'm from. Can you guess where I'm from that?
I think you were gonna say you're from Kenya.
Well, no. Can you guess from this stuff here?
You're from the islands. I don't know which island that is.
Okay. Well,
Grenada,
closer than you think.
Grenada,
Very, very close.
Barbados.
Think about where you're from, and
Oh my God, are we gonna do like a geography test right now?
it's
Um,
not. It's actually. It's not even a geography test. It is like, so. You're from Ghana.
Jamaica.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So the clue is
What was the clue?
the black star on your
Oh
flag.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there what's the history behind that? Because I actually don't know.
So I think the history is, so obviously you've heard of Marcus Garvey, who was like
Yeah.
kind of this like super, he's a national hero in Jamaica, but he was like a relatively influential like figure in Harlem in the early 20th century. And he kind of led this like back to Africa movement, and kind of like was like all about like, you know black empowerment. um and like he basically had a ship. He created an investment company with, and he had a ship, and the ship was called the Black Star Line.
Mm,
So the Black Star Line was like, kind of like this figure of kind of economic, empowerment. And so when Ghana got its independence, it decided to kind of, put the Black Star in honor of him, in honor of the Black Star Line.
nice.
Yeah,
I learned
yeah.
something.
Hey, just happy to teach. Happy to teach. Wait, so have you ever been to Ghana, or
Of course.
yeah? Were
I
you
grew
born there, or family from there?
no, I was born in the US, but I lived in Ghana from 8 months to 9 years old.
Oh, nice.
So I
So,
basically lived there. I might as well have been born there.
oh, that's dope. So I was actually born in I was so I was born in Jamaica, and I lived there until 10.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
do you gamble?
Not really. Not
You
really. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of like, I'm a little bit of a square, and I'm actually kind of proud of it. Like,
that's fine. You can be a square and gamble, no?
a square gambler.
Yeah.
Um,
Square that trades meme coins.
A square that trains
Trades meme coins.
meme coins.
I know a
Well,
lot of
so to
squares
be
because
clear, I'm not like a yeah. Yeah, I
oh
mean, maybe a square is not the right word. But I'm just like, I mean, I've played poker before, and I think poker is like a really good, I think if you're like, want to develop your abilities, your ability to kind of read people very well, to be able to make decisions under pressure. I think poker is a really great game to play. And I've played it quite a few times. It's a really fun game. Um, I again, I've like traded meme coins here and then. I've even like, I mean, I probably checked out Pump Fun very, very early, um, and think it's like an interesting phenomenon. So I kind of know, like I'm familiar with gambling, and I think there's like forms that like are okay as far as like in terms of like skill development, or if there's like an arbitrage opportunity. Like, so if it's like, if I see like a meme coin on Pump that's gonna like blow up, and there's like alpha that I get from it, I'm gonna do it, right? Sure, right? But it's not something that like I'm gonna spend a ton of my time on. Um, but if there's alpha, go after it. But like
that's what you say. That's what you say, and then you just have one alpha on that one coin, and it does well, and then you just want more. It doesn't stop. It does not stop.
I mean,
It's
it depends.
it's
Depends.
hard to
I'm
stop
just
trading. It's hard to stop trading because it's not just that. Like you have an entire community. Like you've
yeah,
made really good friends from trading. Like I I can open my computer any time of the day and I'll have someone to talk to
that's
because
wonderful. That's wonderful.
everyone's just on it.
Yeah,
So I don't
yeah,
think it's as easy as it seems to just quit trading, especially meme coins, because
yeah, for sure. I
it's
mean,
not
again, I
just
think yeah, I mean, I think for sure. Like, I don't like again, like I don't think I have a unique advantage with trading meme coins. I think unless you can kind of, I think that if you're involved in the community, if you're able to kind of like find alpha, do it. But like, I think it's kind of hard. Like sometimes, like I have some friends who, I've angel invested in their companies, and like they've kind of been in the space for a very long time, and they get alpha. And if they tell me something, I'll like do it, right? But like, it's kind of like one of those things where like, I also, yeah, again, I think it's for me, like for me, it's like I just have to spend so much energy on other things that, that I just don't do it. But if there's alpha, and if you want to hit me with that alpha, Linda, you know,
I
hit
was
me.
just gonna ask you, tell your angel investors to tell us the alpha.
Well, angel, well, no, angel, well, it's a different, I don't think traditional investors actually know,
You'll
can get
you'll
the,
you'll be surprised.
no, I mean, I think
I
it's,
know I've heard of entire family offices wanting to get into meme coins and launch some meme coins. Like you really will be surprised.
oh, no, no. So to be clear, I'm not saying that like, there is not interest. I think there's a tremendous amount of interest, right? I think if there's like, just given the amount of, you know, TVL in some of these places, like there's definitely tremendous interest, but I don't think that like like, but it's like an emergent trend, right? That like a lot of these, I think traditional like maybe venture capital investors wouldn't do. Maybe hedge funds. I'd imagine because hedge funds are like more skilled and kind of like prepped to kind of mine sentiment and then leverage that sentiment to trade. So I think it's more hedge funds. I wouldn't be surprised if it's family offices as well, because like oftentimes they have multi asset strategies. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at that. So Linda, how did you get into crypto space? I'm super curious.
Oh my god. Um what happened? I was in Miami during the bull market. That was 2021, right? And everyone was getting rich.
Hmm.
Everyone was making so much money. I was consulting. I was miserable. And I was just meeting a lot of people. And I think I bought Solana at like $4 or something like that. And then Solana pumped and it just like made me more interested.
Nice.
So I actually went on a date, and I went on a date with this guy when I moved back to New York, and I was like, "Yeah, I really want to get into crypto." And he's like, "I'm going to a conference. Do you want to come?" So I went to this crypto conference the next day, and I got a job on the spot,
Nice.
and that's how I got into crypto.
That's awesome.
And I've been in crypto for almost 4 years now.
Wow. Shout out to that guy.
That really is the story. I know, and his company is no longer.
Mm.
He's like engaged with the kid and everything. Good for him.
So he's creating a new company, is what you're saying.
A family.
A new startup. Well, a kid is an entire startup. How many kids do you think I have?
I don't know. How many kids do you have?
I have
I
no
have
kids.
zero
I don't
kids.
know why I asked that question. Like that was like a weird question. That's a very, very
Oh,
weird question.
I have
Uh,
zero children.
yeah. Cool. Okay, so super, super. That's super cool. Yeah, I was. So if you were in, were you in Miami for Art Basel 2021 then?
Yes, I believe
Oh,
so.
nice. So if you, I don't know if you were at the Gabriel Hotel, but I actually hosted a party there with was actually co-hosted with Brex. But I didn't realize it was going to be such a big deal. So
Brex the card.
yeah.
Are they still around?
Oh yeah, they're still around. I actually just switched to Brex from another card. So yeah, they're still around.
What's the benefit of using Brex?
Um, I think the benefit of using Brex is like and this is my observation so far. It seems like they're way more full stack than other card providers, so they offer both credit and debit. And I think another really unique thing I've noticed in their product is that they have like marketing benefits for companies, which is actually really smart, and you unlock that by basically your spend. So if you're a startup, which is a lot of their customers, if you get, once you get to a certain level of spend, you can then use that to unlock a billboard somewhere
Okay,
in their network, which is pretty, that's a pretty, and it's built into their product.
it's pretty good. I used to use Brex for one of my companies, but I didn't
Mm,
really know what the benefit was.
yeah,
The second card.
it's pretty solid.
Franklin's gonna join. I don't know where he's at. Franklin is an OG in crypto. He um was one of the first in like one of the first angels in Pump, and he had an account. He had a really big Twitter account, and then it just got deleted. It got suspended for some reason.
Oh, that's tough.
So yeah, he created a new account, but that sucks because honestly, I was thinking about it the other day. I was what would I do if my Twitter just got deleted?
You just start again.
Oh, he had the most board apes from last cycle, by the way, Franklin. I didn't know that.
That's cool.
Wow, Franklin is an OG. I had no idea. Where
That
is he at?
that is
Okay, he
cool.
said 1 second, need to look presentable.
Okay, well, Linda, this is great. This is great speaking. Thanks so much for taking the
Thank you
time.
so much for coming on the stream and talking to us about Drip. I'm super excited to check it out, and I'm gonna give feedback on my next stream.
Yeah,
You will see it.
feel free to drop some feedback. And yeah, great chatting. I do have to jump off and get some work done, but it was great chatting. I hope you have a wonderful evening and a wonderful weekend.
Thank you.
All
Good
right, see you.
night.
Bye.
Bye. Yo,
Yo, oh, that was good timing.
I didn't know you had the most BAYC.
A long time ago. Yeah, that was pretty much what I was
What?
known for. You didn't,
I
did you
have
know me
no
back
idea.
then?
I
Oh, no,
honestly have no idea. Did you sell some on time though? I hope so.
um, I mean, sort of, yeah, but the money that I made, I just gambled it away doing other stuff. So
It's
that's
fucking
why I don't have
classic
any now.
crypto. We just like gamble everything.
Yeah. So,
That's just been me in the trenches. I'm just like, I always talk about having discipline,
mhm.
and I just don't have it. Like I don't know what to do. Maybe I'm just like,
Even today,
yeah, I feel like I started out the day, I made a lot of money. Not a
mhm,
lot, but I was up like some soul,
yeah.
round trip all of it.
So I've been ever since the first time I came on your show, I joined your Telegram channel, and
Mhm,
then I saw you moved to Perps. But yeah, I saw that you today you posted that everything was nuking, and that was like right when I woke up because I sleep in late.
mhm.
So I saw that and I like freaked out. But I think what happened today was there was that like FUD, bonk guy FUD, and that sort of like spread out to the bonk fun ecosystem. But I thought that was only maybe for like a few hours, and then things started improving a little bit. But yeah, I lost some money on pump token, and then just like chasing like all the narratives related to that today. But
Oh, I wasn't chasing.
everything,
Sorry, go ahead.
but everything like the whole like market Solana went up and everything else went up. So I think by tomorrow things will bounce back. So that's why I was being more optimistic that.
Wait, Bonk is down today? I haven't been trading Bonk, to be honest.
Oh no, that's why I thought I didn't know. Like when you said everything was nuking, I was like, at first I thought like
Oh,
everything like just like whatever something must have happened in the
no,
economy or
I was
something,
like,
and like we all just got
someone
broke.
sent an XRP call on Bonk because apparently there was an XRP call on Pump that went up to
Yeah.
20 mil. So I sent the XRP call and it was sending. I think I sent it I got it at like 20K or something, but I sent it a
Wow.
little late in my chat. Ugh, I need to
Oh,
stop
I
doing
missed that. I was
because
asleep.
I'm never sure of these it's in Princess's group. I don't know if you're in there.
Oh no, I'm
I'm
not
not
in there. I gotta join it.
I'm not sure of these calls yet. So sometimes I wait a little before I send it to my group, not because I'm trying to like front run them or anything, but I don't want something that like insta nukes.
Yeah, that's true.
But it was like sending and then it just like crashed.
Oh,
So I was like everything was nuking. But the meta today that I was chasing was the AI characters, the AI companion.
I couldn't keep up with that. I could
Yeah,
not
those ones did
because
really well.
because there was just so much money thrown into like the main one, and then I think Elon had two other ones after that. And like after that, I just there was no way for me to keep up with like whoever else came up with AI stuff. I'm not into it
Yeah.
because I knew I was going to be late. Like if I didn't get the last name, the Valentine name, and I was like busy shopping for a laptop instead of going backwards in time and seeing who Elon was interacting with. And then by the time I finished buying a laptop, it was like at 12, 13 million from like 13,000. So
Holy
at that point, I was like, it's not cut out for me to just try to front run these characters because I won't. By the time I would know, everybody else would already have found out.
Franklin, when are we gonna stop? Like, when are we gonna stop? What's
Oh
the
no,
number?
I got
What's the
my
number? When are we gonna stop? I want to stop.
I was like freaking out because imagine if you put in $1,000 because Elon, I mean, that token was already out well before he announced it. So
Yeah,
it was like you could have just, randomly guessed it. And the odds, so instead of, it 1000x from 13,000 to 13 million, it probably hit like 20 million. But, but if you do the math, like I was thinking about this earlier today, buying coins that low, yeah, you can get 1,000x. It's different than like, say, going to the casino and hitting 1,000x because in the casino, if you don't hit the 1,000x, you lose all your money.
yeah,
But at 13K for like some little bit of speculation, like it's not going to go straight to zero. You might lose like at most half of it. So
yeah,
like would you take that bet? Like either you lose half of your money or you 1,000x and there's nothing in
yeah,
between. That's a pretty nice bet to do. And I was like, if I had thought about it, I would have done it.
yeah. I don't
So
know why
that's
I
like the
didn't either. I bet on Taki last night before I went to bed. I was like, "This is," because
oh
I had the Rudy one. I had
I
the
had
Rudy.
Taki
I had Rudy. Rudy went to what? It went to like two
like
mil.
15.
Yeah, it
Oh
went to
yeah, yeah, yeah.
15. It went to 15. It was like 2 mil the second day, and
Yeah.
I was up. I was up, and I was like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna sell it." I don't know. Like I wasn't
Rotate to the
sure,
new
so I
name.
sold. I
Yeah.
sold it. I round tripped it. I woke up. Rudy was at like 15 mil. I literally just like
Oh,
I was looking for a rope. I was like, I'm
I
just
had bought I had bought Rudy and Chad and those like yeah, I actually slept on those because I didn't know what I was doing. Again, I was already late to them, but the fact that they went up that morning was like crazy. I didn't know people still was into AI and stuff like that, like AI characters and agents,
I think
especially to that level, that fast.
I think people forget that Elon is a KOL. Like, it doesn't matter
Yeah,
if people are into it or not. If like people really admire Elon, so if Elon's talking about this, of course it's gonna go viral. Of course the coins.
yeah.
Uh,
That anyone it didn't hit like 80, 70 million, and that's a
it
bond
is.
coin too. So that's pretty big for them.
Yeah, all of these ones are bond coins. Did Annie hit 80? Holy shit.
I think so. It was 70 something at one point. I was like, I'm not buying it because of the size I would have to put in to like get, like a
Yeah,
2x
like
from
it's not
that.
even worth it at that point.
Yeah. And then like just being late, like I'm not gonna just now jump in at 70 million with when the AI agent's already
Holy
been out for
shit,
a
it's
couple of days.
52 mil right now.
hmm Crazy. So that's what makes me think like just in general, like trenches are back, even though I'm gonna stay away from the AI stuff because I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss it. Whatever hot new thing is gonna come up, I'm just gonna be already too late to it.
Someone called me Blackie on Pump Stream. Cute.
Oh, that's messed up. I mean, that's what
I don't really care.
yeah, that's what they'll do.
I am
Like they're
Blackie,
just
whatever. Who cares?
yeah, they have anonymous wallets, and well, I mean, for them to actually log on and do that, it's just weird. Oh well, I mean, at least they're viewing, so
I don't care.
right.
So tonight I'm in Misa. So Misa,
Oh, you sent that last night, didn't you?
yeah.
I
No,
sold
no,
I sold
you
today.
sold it.
I need to
It
get
did
back
go
in.
up though. There was two of
Yeah,
them. It
you,
was
you you-
very
yeah you
tasty.
hit big on that one.
I round tripped it.
I think I did too. I did so
I
much today
fucking,
that like
oh
I
my god.
definitely sold the bottom, whatever it was. It was the bottom. But I wrote it up with you because you kept saying like 2x, 3x, 4x. I was like, all right, yo, this is this one's gonna rip.
You gotta
I
sell
had
every. You gotta at least take your money every 2x. Like
I
we have
know, but
every 2x, but it's just
I
like
had no idea what that token was about, and I was just like I was basing it on okay, well it's ripping, so I'm just gonna leave it in there. somebody somebody will keep buying it.
and then it just nuked. And then I was like, I put in a limit order, and I was like, okay, it's gonna retrace because it's too high right now. And I put it somewhere in the middle
Mhm.
of like all time high, and it like went even lower. So
There was this. Oh my
seems like
gosh, there was
it's
this
coming
coin.
back. It seems like it's coming back. We'll see what happens. Someone launched another farmy one. Right now
That's
it's
weird.
at 190, it's at 184K. So we'll see what happens. But I think all time high, I think it hit around like 700K.
Yeah, it was up there. There was a coin. I'm on my phone, so I have to go look on my photon to see what the name of it was. But I'm gonna tell you what it was because once I find it, because it was like ripping, and I was making real good money, and then it went literally to zero. I'm gonna show it to you in a second. Hold on, right quick.
Okay.
It'll take me like 30, 20 seconds at most.
No worries.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, at least we can talk. Yeah, I once I find this name, like I'm gonna be like so mad when I talk to you about it because I was up so good on it and it just nuked straight to zero. Hold on real quick. Let's see.
You gotta put in the limit orders, man.
I know I'm so lazy with that with limit stuff.
What do you
I'm just
use to
like
trade? You got,
I use Photon just manually. Like if I look at it and I'm up, then I sell. If I
you gotta
I
use.
just put it away for a little bit and
But
then
to be honest, I am losing more money using Bullx
really.
because It's just too easy. Bullets is just so easy, and like it almost feels like a game. Whereas like with my phone, I can put my phone down. I'll let it like I don't know. I hold longer when I'm on my phone, but when I'm on Bullets, you're just staring at the screen the entire time, and you're scared. But when I buy it on my phone,
Oh,
I
I see.
don't look at it.
Yeah,
I
that's a
don't.
good idea. Yeah, and I've done more of that. Like I go on X or just go for my run or something. And by the time I get back, it's just like, well, if I'm up, I'm up. If I'm down, I'm down. Okay, the token is called Next. Look up Next. It launched on Bonk, and it
All right.
at 5 Eastern today, it was at 650K.
All right.
By 5:10, it was at 40. It was at 31K, and then by 5:30, it was at 10K.
Well,
Imagine that, like 600K, 650K to 30K in 30 minutes. And that coin was just ripping. And I was like, oh, this is the next coin. Like this is this is it. This is going to be the
this
next
is
one.
it. I'm gonna get rich. This is the one. That's what we think about all the coins.
I mean, like the narrative is good, right? Like
What
it's
was
the
the
next one.
narrative?
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I
it's the
don't.
next one. It's the next one.
Yeah. Look at that chart. That's so sad.
I don't know what I did. I clicked on
Oh
something.
my God.
I need to get it back on regular view.
Oh,
Like, I,
go to that line. There's like a line right there beside 4H and D and M at the top of the chart.
yeah,
You see that line? Yeah, click that, and then click. Oh, maybe not. What is that
I don't know. Oh,
beside
there
it?
it
Oh,
is.
there
I
it
don't
is.
know what
Okay.
I did.
Yeah, I mean, check that out. Like, I was ripping. I was doing so good with that, and I wasn't even like I wasn't
Oh,
even scaling in either. I was like, I always do if it's like a coin that I don't know nothing about, I'll put zero point 0.5 so in. And on
what's
Photon, if I just ever check and if it's like below zero point 0.5, then I'll like buy the difference. So if it's like zero point 0.4, then I'll put in zero point 0.1. But this coin, it was like zero point 0.5 and then went to zero point 0.6, so I would sell zero point 0.1. And then it went back up to zero point 0.6 again, and I would sell it again. And I'm like, okay, well, like gradually I was almost up 2x because I kept, I was like trimming on the way up, and that was like a rare coin where I didn't know anything about it. But every like 30 minutes I would check, I'll be up like 15-20%. And then all of a sudden somebody like I opened up a group chat or something and like they posted the chart and I was like, wait a minute,
holy
I'm down.
fuck?
I'm down. I didn't even look at the chart. I was like, oh, okay. It's one of those.
Damn.
But
Did it have
like
community or anything?
no, I might have clicked on the Twitter link from Photon and I might have seen other people talk about it. Like it felt I didn't do much research because I just believed in the name. Like it's one of those like
Next
you just
one.
buy into the cult. Yeah, it's like yeah, this is the next one. Like there was new coin. New coin was like ripping on what Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday. So I thought, okay, well, this is next. That's how I think. It's so sad, but
Mm.
yeah,
To be honest, my perps are cooking.
yeah.
Um,
I saw you put that in the other chat or your channel that you were
yeah,
cooking
my
there.
perps are cooking. I'm long on dots, polka dot. I'm long on ETH. I'm long on
Oh,
Aptos.
that's nice.
I'm
Yeah.
long on Aptos, and I'm long on Barra.
Any
And
any particular reasons, or you just
they're
the
all
market in general is up?
the market's up. Um, Barra team has been like really active on socials. I think they're like building stuff. They have like things coming that they're building.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
and I'm hearing things. And same thing, I'm hearing things with polka dot. So and like ETH is pumping. So I'm just I don't know. I hear things and I put in loans.
I'm so far in the weeds of Solana memes since I became the well, I branded myself the pump fund guy that like I can't even pay attention to the rest of the market. Like um I know, XRP and ETH and everything is ripping. So I just assume everything else is ripping too along with it. But memes, as you can see, like on some record high days for XRP, I buy something or you buy something that's called XRP and it nukes, and then I buy something called Next, and then like you lose all my money. So it's like yeah, I celebrate the crypto community as a whole, but then my personal bags, it's a little bit different.
Yeah. Uh, it's really, I don't know. I think I need to just go back to trading perps because I just make it's just chill because I'm not like
It seems like that's the
chill.
move
It's
right
not like
now.
I'm like, you know, with memes, it's like, you make money here and then you want to make more. So you rotate it into this coin and then you
Yeah,
lose it and then you're like, fuck, I need to make it all back. It's like it never stops.
you can sleep on your perps, but
You
you
can
can't
sleep on
sleep
your
on your
perp.
memes.
You can't sleep on your memes. I
Like
will
I'm so
sleep.
nervous to go to sleep.
I will sleep
Well,
on Misa though.
oh, okay. I need to get back in there. I will sleep on that one too. I'll buy that after we get off. Um, yeah, that'll be the one thing I will buy. I'm heavily in the Epstein stuff.
Which
Um,
one?
there's just a coin called the Epstein Files, and it's been sitting at like 200 or 300K for like a week, and I'm like, this is the number one trending topic, not only on Twitter but like in the world, that on all the news shows. And if it was anything else, it would be like, I don't know. I felt like the market cap should be higher for the amount of attention that particular topic gets. So I've been like doubling, tripling down, waiting for like something to like break, and then I can like sell the pump, and then like it'll calm down again, and then I'll buy back in, and then it'll pump. You know, one of those type of things
Yeah.
where
I'm in
like a news article will come out and then pump it, and then if I'm like on my computer or my phone, I can sell it and then just like let it calm down.
I'm in this one coin. I think it's like a moonshot coin.
Hmm.
And honestly, the coin has been sitting steady at 1.3 mil. There's no way. I feel like this is a cabal coin. There's no way this coin doesn't trend.
What's it called?
It's called Found One. Hold on, let me show the Twitter.
Oh, that's because yeah, it's from the I find retards guy. Yeah, so he's or he or she, I don't know who's behind it. But do you remember Retard Finder coin?
Um, I know the retard. I know finder Twitter, but I don't
Yeah.
think
So
I know the
so yeah,
coin.
Retard Finder, he went or he or she, whoever runs that account went very big because Elon kept interacting with it. And
Mhm.
so they launched RFC Retard Finder coin. And that instantly went up to like 3 or 4 million the first night. And then it kind of like stayed there. And then like the more Elon kept interacting with it, it just kept ripping. And one day it hit 200 million. Like it was
Holy
ridiculous.
shit!
Yeah. So it went all the way, it crashed all the way back down to maybe like under 10 mil. And
Mhm.
then apparently, um, I don't know what happened, but I mean, this was like peak like Elon Trump days, which now they're not, friends anymore. So I don't
Mhm.
know what happened. Like Elon, he has he can like turn on a dime on stuff. So
Mhm.
the Retard Finder account, I Find Retards, posted that they got demonetized on Twitter, or they weren't getting the engagement that they used to get, or the payments. So, and then apparently they must have had an issue with that coin. So then they launched Found One, because they would like say Found One, and it's like a retarded person, and they would like post a picture. Well, not a
Mhm.
retarded person. Sorry, I know this is recorded.
Wait,
Somebody who
so
they think is retarded, and
wait, so
they would post.
who had an issue with like Elon had an issue with the coin?
No,
Or
with the account, I think whatever. I mean, I don't know if that's confirmed, but from the point of view of the retard finder person, they're blaming like Elon and whoever runs Twitter for like nuking their engagement and their um, monetization. Like the X payouts, the creator payouts.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I think they pivoted to Found One. So they basically just said, we're not doing RFC anymore. We're going to make a new coin called Found One. And so that person who made the Found One is like in complete control of the coin, and is
Okay.
like posting stuff about it. So now that they have, it's still associated with Retard Finder account, but this is like the new coin. Instead of Retard Finder coin, now it's Found One. So anytime Elon interacts with Retard Finder again, now this time it's like the opposite. Now Elon's like calling out people who and the retard finders calling out people who were like hypocritical about Epstein. Anytime Elon interacts with that account, the Found One bumps up like 5-10%. So that's what I was like sort of trying to do with Epstein. Like anytime like some Epstein news comes out, it'll just like bump the coin and then it'll come right back down. But at least you can like sell in that little pump. So so yeah, that's what Found One is. Basically part two of Retard Finder. But if Retard Finder went to 200 million, then who knows where this one goes. There's
Yeah.
another account called This You. It's THIS
I heard about that one too.
YOU. Yeah, and Elon interacts with that one too, but I don't think they made the coin. I think the coin is made a community, and I found like there was two versions of it. One was made before the other, so I'm in both. So anytime Elon interacts with that account or that account like posts a wallet address or something, it sort of pumps, but it's not nearly as like they get a bunch of views, but it's not nearly as like people don't really trade on their tweets.
The
Um,
coin is called This You.
yeah, THIS space YOU. And there is another one without a space in it, but the one with the space in it has the higher market cap. But the one without the space was launched earlier. So I'm like, that's the OG one, even though it has a lower market cap. Excuse me. So is this you? And then PRT, pattern recognition something. So that account is fairly new. It's not really related to politics. It's just they'll post a popular meme, but they will wash out all of the like minor colors, and it'll be like all just like the main colors of the meme. So you can sort of in your eyes, you can sort of fill in the blanks and figure out what that meme is. And they get a bunch of views. I don't know if Elon's interacted with that one, but they're at like
It's at
500, 600K.
yeah, 500.
But they get I mean, for like, it's a relatively small account, but they get a ton of views for it though. They just recently got in. So I made some money off of that because it hit like over 1 million by the time I woke up today. And I was like, oh, nice. Because I was hitting that hard. It went to like under 200K 2 nights ago. And I was like, why are y'all dumping this coin? Like it just got started and it's getting like 3 million posts, 3 million views each time it posts. So
Because
that was a good one.
no one holds coins
I
anymore.
know. It's like,
It's like really
like,
sad. People in
yeah.
crypto, I feel like we've been burned so many times that no one holds coins.
Yeah, and I mean
If
you can
like
see like those pumps, like
if a
clearly
coin
somebody saw something, and all of a sudden it's just worthless.
yeah, if a coin is being held, it's because the team has supply control. People
Yep,
just don't hold coins. Like even if it's like anytime anyone wants to CTO something, or if I ask someone to CTO something, they're always what's the supply? Because
interesting.
no one wants to push a coin if the majority of the people pushing it don't have supply control because people are gonna sell it.
Yep.
Just is what it is.
Um, I mean it's like think about it, like I was buying that dip when it hit below 200K, and all of a sudden it hit 2 mil, like just in a couple candles, and I'm like, okay, well this is going to go to like 5 or 6 million, just shoots right back down. I'm like, oh okay, and then I called that second pump in my sleep, so that was good. But yeah, it's a pretty funny account. Like, oh, there's the Gunner guy. I can already tell by his forehead. That's sad, but yeah, it's basically what that is. Just like it posts a meme,
Oh
and
my god.
then you fill in the blank.
I feel
Oh,
so bad for this couple. Did you get a this coin?
I got in that one, but I was asleep again. Like by the time I woke up, I was like, I forgot where I saw it. It might have been on like Threads or something. It was somewhere, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is huge. So I go to like look it up, and I go to like Twitter and like post my little tween stuff underneath it, thinking like I'm the first one to see it. And then it has like 20 million views. I was like, oh, I'm very
Great.
late. So
It
by the
was
time I got in the coin, it was at 1 mil, but I wrote it up to 3 mil, but it went all the way back down to like 1 mil. So I'm losing. Like I got almost all the way out, and I don't have enough to get back in. But I want to get back in just in case like there's another news story about them, or it's like he gets fired, or like I don't
what
know.
is
4K is called in 4K, but the symbol, the
no no
ticker is 4K.
what's hold on, let me see. Cotton 4K. That's a good ticker, whoever did it.
Yeah, they did well with it. Like I thought that was gonna hit like 10 million. I figured if Elon's AI bot randomly goes like 20 million in the middle of the night, then something that gets like 100 million views on X should get 10 million. But I was wrong again.
Question for you. Do you think Pump would be what it is without Twitter?
No, I think it's all like crypto Twitter is so powerful. It's very, very underestimated in my opinion. Like it's, I wouldn't say it's. I mean, actually I could say it's worth more than Pump. If you could like take the market cap of crypto Twitter alone, it would be it would be Pump. And it's just all about attention, and yeah, attention is the main focus I think of crypto Twitter. Um, that's like deals get made on Twitter, like the markets move based on tweets. If
I was having this I was
okay,
having this conversation with someone, and they were like, "Well, Pump just has product market fit, so it doesn't really matter. Like, doesn't really matter um, if it's like CT basically doesn't matter."
nah,
And I
nah, it's not
disagree
like
with
that.
that, and I'm just like
Nah,
the. I feel like even with okay, so with this news of like the Cotton 4K, like two people having an affair, obviously it was really big, but I've also seen a lot of really big um news things or things that have gone viral on TikTok that just like didn't translate over on
right.
CT, didn't translate over in the chart. And I think these things pop off because literally I think the cabal just makes the narratives and makes
Hmm.
fights decides on what they're gonna push.
Exactly. I totally agree. And even with the streaming coin that I'm helping out with the Vine stuff, with the old Vine streamers, it's like, okay, well, if 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 CT wasn't the main part of like where these markets get made, like say if it was like Instagram, or even if Vine existed and they were still making their content on Vine, like they'd get a whole lot more popular, inputs from the community on those community, on those social networks, and the coin might go a lot higher. But because it's like native to crypto Twitter, which is not the same audience that watches these short, funny, sketches for like 5, 10, 12 years, it's just hard to get them to understand, or hard to get crypto Twitter on board of like what they're used to doing. So crypto Twitter is very, 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 very powerful, and it's like for me, it's always underrated. If I were to like give advice for anybody launching a coin, it's like you have to really be in the trenches on Twitter. Um, and that's just how that is why I think I was so good at it early on with Bored Apes and stuff. It was just natural to be on Twitter all the time and like figure out what was going on. I was gonna say something else, but I totally forgot. It's just related to oh yeah, here's my hypothetical. So if like the Pump Fund Twitter account got suspended like it did a month ago, um, basically like the whole company would die. I think just like my old Twitter account got suspended. Like this is a lot. Like it's so reliant on Twitter that just it not being there, if you just removed it, the market cap would just tank really bad.
Yeah.
And it's not they would be able to make the same. They have the money and the resources to do whatever they want to as a business, whether or not they post it on Twitter. But just the fact that they don't have a Twitter presence, CT will just assume that not they're not relevant anymore.
Yeah. Also, sorry, Elon makes a lot of the narratives, like with
Mhm.
Jew mode, and like when he interacts with someone, it translates over
Yeah,
the like
and that's on Twitter, not like a company press release. Like
right.
it's literally
It's
just
like we're literally trading attention and
yep.
speculation on CT. So yeah, I completely agree with you. I don't think Pump would be what it is without crypto Twitter.
What
Um,
makes me bullish about Pump in general, and maybe Bonk Fund too, is like they all understand how important Twitter is. So I feel like maybe there's some. This is just my opinion. Obviously, if anybody's listening, don't believe it's true. But there has to be like even when their account got suspended, like they got it back the next day. Like there has to be some sort of communication between a company of that magnitude, Pump, and another company of that magnitude, which is X. Um, in terms of like what to do in the future, because you saw with Polymarket, I was with I was on Polymarket in 2020 when they like nobody knew who they were like second or third best prediction market behind Predicted. Like they weren't even. Um, I mean, you could still like there was a point where you had to be geofenced and stuff in terms of using that website. But before then, I was using it when anybody could use it anywhere. So their account, they weren't as big on Twitter as they are now. Like if you go follow their Instagram or X, like they do memes, all kinds of like funny stuff, and even their sports part too. Like before then, you know, it was just you had to like really be in the know to know what Polymarket was, and they were on Polygon blockchain, so it wasn't like it was hard to get people to go use it. But now that they're really mainstream, and I think it's really because of how popular their Twitter account got. You can see like all of a sudden now they have a partnership with Twitter or X.
Yeah,
So I think that Pump Fun, part of their, this is just my opinion, but if I were running it, I would really push some sort of Twitter partnership to guarantee that yes, we are, you know, a more than a majority part reason why we're on these memes is because of Twitter.
right. I
Just
agree.
things move so fast. Like,
I
um,
agree 100%. Twitter is literally crack.
what,
And yeah, a lot, rel- a lot of what happens in crypto is reliant on Twitter. I feel like
mhm.
there's some codependency there. Um, yeah. What's your general prediction on crypto right now? Are we in a bull?
It's definitely a lot better than I expected.
Are we gonna keep
Well,
sending?
for Bitcoin, Bitcoin is a lot better than I expected. Solana is underperformed in my opinion because I was like I didn't want Trump to be president, and then he launched his meme coin. Solana went to like 250, and it's like we're celebrating 180. It's like wait a minute,
Yeah,
wait, like what? You guys have a short memory. Like even Pump Fund was making $2 or $3 million a day in fees back then. Like it was nice back then. So that is if we see those days again, then yeah, I'll be really like partying hard.
yeah,
Now I'm just like it's like I'm treading water, even though Bitcoin's near all time highs and ETH is almost at 4,000 or on its way to 4,000. It just like because I've been so deep in the trenches, I had to see some more out of Solana. So I guess I'm bullish because it can always catch up, but it's just weird seeing like celebrating these relatively low numbers that we like when Pump Fun. Um, let's say like they came out a year and a half ago, around like February ish, March, like when I guess you know late March, when like people started to really start using them for the first time. Solana was well above 200. I mean,
yeah.
they set their migration market cap I think at $69,000. So I can do I let me think. Well, yeah, it would have been less than 200. At the time, that would have been less than $200 in Solana. But I just remember like as they were getting more popular, like the market cap of migration had to go up, and so um, it just seemed like we were in the early days of Pump Fun, but the market, so the memes weren't like really like coming at pumping out like that. But the
Yeah,
memes that we had, they were all ripping like
yeah.
Harambe and
That's
Retardio,
for
like the OG memes, and then Pump Fun was just coming up. So if we could have higher Solana and do that stuff back then hopefully like when Solana gets back up there, like things will just be absolutely on the tear. I'm just ready for it. I wasn't ready in
sure.
February or
But we have to
late
hold the
last year.
coins though. We have to hold the coins. We
Yeah,
can't we can't trade like this if we want like
that
euphoric levels. Like
that may be why Solana's down. Is just we just don't we just we just get in and out, in and out, in and out, like swing trading so much that we forget the whole narrative of crypto. But
yeah,
that's why we gamble, I guess.
yeah. Do you think what are your thoughts on Bonk and Pump? Do you think Bonk is gonna win the the launchpad
So
war?
I thought they were going to fall off pretty easily because when they first launched, they were on Radium, and it seemed like okay, our Radium has their own launch pad. Nobody uses Radium to do it. So if Bonk is on Radium, they're still on Radium, so nobody's on. It's still like the same. They're on the same system, but excuse me, for whatever reason, they started getting that market share, and so I think they also got mind share too. It was just easy. It's an easy narrative to say Bonk is spending their money on Bonk token, and
Mhm.
Pump doesn't spend any money at all. So I didn't think that that was a I mean, from my biased point of view, I didn't think that meant much. I feel like, okay, if a company makes a lot of money, that should be the company that you are, if they make a lot of money and save it, unlike you and I who give the money right back, I feel like that company is one to, get in the bed with because they will only grow in value. They're not reinvesting that money to try to pump a chart. But when that chart pumps and everybody's pumping with it, then it's an easy win for Bonk there because the narrative is like, okay, well, we're we're giving you a launch pad. We're going to support. We're going to be upfront and say we're going to support this token with that launch pad. So not only can you trade your meme coins there, but you can also buy our underlying token that we're also going to pump up too. So it's just a matter of um, preference. And I think people just like, I'm not gonna say communism, but they want they want some sort of bigger. They want some handout. Basically, they want a handout. They want to buy this particular token, and they want the big companies and the big whales behind them saying, "Hey, we'll buy back from this token and pump your price up." That is what gets people to hold instead of, like you said, sell overnight. Then that's why Bonk Fund is winning. But I think I'd still say that it's just a battle and not a war, or that they won right now because launchpad volume, launchpad fees, number of tokens, all that stuff um, can get turned into FUD because that's what happened in Pump Fund. Bump Fund already charges 1.25% on Launchpad. Pump Fund is just 1%. And they automatically give 0.05 of that percent back to the creator. So Pump Fund is only getting 0.95% in their pockets, while Bump Fund's getting the full 1.25%, and then they'll reinvest some of that later on. So it's already cheaper to use Pump Fund. So, of course, if the volume is the same, then Bonk Fund will get more in fees. So you're already at a disadvantage to just try to beat Bonk Fund in fees made because the volume's there. And then I don't know if you remember the NFT days, like you'd have, there would be charts of people posting charts of like floor prices of NFTs, right? And so the
Mhm.
top NFT projects would have the highest floor price, like Pudgies and Bored Apes or CryptoPunks, etc. But then there would be like every day or maybe multiple days a week, there'd be like this new project that like has like 25 times the volume of the other blue chips, right? And then you would say, okay, well you would sort the chart by volume, and then you would say, okay, well that NFT project is winning the volume, but is
Mhm.
it like really the best NFT project just because that's the highest volume? So that's where I can see like that's where my logic is like you can celebrate, okay, we beat Pump Fun in the volume, we're performing better as a Launchpad, but does that really mean you're the better product? There's plenty of NFT projects who beat CryptoPunks every day in volume, but does that mean that particular NFT project is better than CryptoPunks? Because volume goes both ways. Like you can have bots trade volumes, so that's it's hard to like say other than, and this is why I also think crypto Twitter is so important because you can give a narrative that okay, if the token's doing better in volume, it must be more popular and therefore you must use this one instead of the other. So
Yeah.
that is where crypto Twitter and people and narratives can really shape. You just take a chart like that and say, oh, we're beating this company in volume, and use that as a metric, and then people will believe it and think, okay, well, our mind share has to shift to the winner here. And the last thing is that people just forget that Pump Fund made $1.32 billion, 600 million over the weekend. So it's going to take a long time for Pump Fund to make that much money and catch up, even if they are still winning the wars or the battles. Like one company is already so far ahead that they don't have to focus on winning a launchpad battle. They have other things to worry about. So that's where I'm still bullish on Pump Fund. It's one of those where it's like um, you you've already it's just in your personal life you've probably already accomplished something, and there's somebody who's like so obsessed with you that they're trying to catch up to you, and
Mhm.
maybe they hit some maybe they made an accomplishment that you had already made in the past, but you don't have time to focus on something in the past because you already have things set up for your future that are bigger and better than what that other person had caught up to you on.
Mhm.
Did that make any sense? That was a long
No,
answer. I
no,
like to
no.
talk.
No, that makes a lot of sense. I think one of the traders in my chats, I think it's gotten better now, but he was saying that um the memes on Bonk are boring because Bonk when Bonk initially started like pushing their launchpad a week ago, it was just like people were just like relaunching whatever was on Pump and then putting it on Bonk, and then like the coins would send there. So
Yeah, I like I didn't want to publicly say that because I didn't just want to just like bash them as, bash people and what they make. But I definitely am not going to say you're wrong
no,
because
unless I didn't say that. I didn't say it. A trader in my
yeah,
chat.
yeah, the trader, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
the trader,
a
the particular
trader
trader
in my chat
they're
said
not
it,
wrong. Yeah.
but um, but it's gotten better. Everyone, people are launching like the Cotton 4K was launched on Bonk. All
Right.
the AI
I kind of
coins,
wish it was on. I wish that one was on Pump. I was
all
like,
the AI,
dang, like,
all the AI
come on
coins,
back over to Pump.
yeah, all the AI coins are on. The AI companion coins are on Bonk as well. So the thing is, it's so crazy. People in crypto are not loyal. There's no loyalty. Degens do
I'm the
not.
only one loyal right now,
Yeah,
just
Degens do
rooting
not.
for one company.
Degens will go where they can make money. They don't care.
I
So
I got a question for you though, like hypothetically, and this probably played out in real life, but like with the AI agent stuff, like Elon had three, right? So the first one went on Bonk and it mooned, and I guess the second one, like if the second one was launched on Pump and Bonk at the same time, but the first one had already mooned on Bonk, wouldn't you be more inclined to buy the Bonk one, even though there's like no difference? It's just the same coin, just because the first one was on Bonk. Is it
yeah,
like a
I would.
bias right there?
Yeah, just because the first one is on Bonk, and
Yeah,
also I feel like if you're launching one on Pump, you're just trying to PvP at that point.
yeah.
You're
So
just trying to farm people. It's
yeah,
like
so
it's
that
like what happened with the Misa coin. Someone launched another. They actually launched it on Bonk, but why would you launch another Misa coin?
right. Yeah, and that goes into like that's the part of I mean, it's not really crypto Twitter related, but it's like that's like the mindset of attention because the Bonk one won the first round. So the second coin came out, like you just naturally got to go with what's hot. So you go with Bonk for the second coin, and that's how Pump Fund loses market share on that, on the launchpad is because, well, okay, if this coin ran well on Bonk, then the whole narrative has to remain on Bonk. Otherwise, if you switch over to Pump, even though we're not loyal, it's just like it just looks weird. It's like part
Yeah.
two is now Pump, so that's
So,
like I don't know how you fix that if you're Pump
I don't
Fund
know.
if
I don't know
people are
who's
doing that.
gonna win this, but all I know is Lyft was before Uber. A lot of people don't know that,
Oh, it was? I didn't
but
know that.
Lyft was first, and then Uber just sent. They just like
That's
executed
crazy.
super fast, and yeah,
Wow.
Uber won that battle. But yeah, Lyft was first.
When I was living in Orange County, California at the time, and I don't quite remember how I found out about it. I might have been on LinkedIn or something. This is like 2012, 2013. There was this company called Sidecar, and Sidecar, they like whenever I was reading about them, was basically Uber and Lyft, but they had started in like the Bay Area, and I didn't know about Uber or Lyft back then. So that was my first time reading about a rideshare company, and I thought that was the best idea ever,
Hmm.
and they basically rug. They didn't really make it far. So I don't know if they were before Lyft or Uber, but I just wish that found out about Lyft or Uber, instead of that other company, Sidecar, because then I would have been like early to those companies if I like,
Yeah,
had money to invest in them. I'm just mad that Sidecar. I feel bad for Sidecar because I feel like they had the vision. I just don't know
yeah.
if they were early or not, but they were. It was definitely like before I knew about Uber or Lyft. So it's just interesting how that happened.
Ugh, being early is so important. It's crazy.
Hmm.
Like we're all trying to be early to something.
And then MySpace and Facebook. I started those in the same night because I was at my cousin's house. I was a sophomore in high school in 2005, and I thought MySpace was like 50 times better than Facebook. So I didn't really pay much attention to Facebook, and then obviously Facebook just like grew into a trillion dollar company. I was like, I was on Facebook in
Crazy.
2005. I should have just put money
I
in
feel
back
like
then.
Tom just gave up because what happened? I woke up one day and no one was using Facebook. It was I woke up one day,
Yeah.
but like that happened with Twitter too because I was on Twitter for a while
Mhm.
and then I stopped using Twitter. And honestly, perhaps if I stayed on Twitter, I would have been much much further in crypto. But I stopped
Oh,
using Twitter and I was like more on Facebook. And then I moved to like Instagram. And my friend was just like such a Twitter maxi, and I'm like, ew, you're such a loser. Why are you using Twitter? No one cares about Twitter. Um,
I was like
and
that too.
and yeah, that was a huge mistake
I
because
had I had Twitter in 2009 when Shaq, because I saw Shaq was using it, so I was like, oh, this is cool. I can just tweet stuff all day. But I just was barely on it, and I was doing okay with it. Like I wasn't as active as I am now, but I would definitely check it out for like anything that was like live on TV. I would go to Twitter and see what the instant reaction was, and I thought that was a lot cooler than Facebook because you didn't really, you couldn't really post your feed that often on Facebook, and then Instagram wasn't even around. So I sort of got off of it um, between like 2012 to like 2015 ish, and I was more focused on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. But then when Trump came around in 2015, 2016, and like politics took over, that's when I really got on Twitter. It was really about politics for me. And then it pivoted to crypto once COVID hit, and ever since then I've been like locked in. So sad
yeah,
with Twitter. It's so sad. Like I just have a long term relationship with them, and
yeah,
over all the other networks now at this point, just sucking
yeah,
in.
yeah. I need to. I wonder what's gonna be next. Cause like when you think about being early as well, it's not just like it's not just well, it is business, but like what's it called? A lot of famous people were also discovered on Vine.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah.
I think The Weeknd was discovered on Vine, right?
Oh, it was. Wow, I didn't even know that.
I'm probably lying, but
That's a
there
good
were
character though.
there was like a few celebs that were. Let me look that up. Celebrities discovered on Vine.
I feel like if there was an account that you or I made that just reposted old Vine videos, it would really pop. Just because of the reels that people watch now, like we have that short term attention span. I didn't know reels was going to be a thing, like TikTok and Instagram and even Twitter. Like they post them to Twitter, but if you like post old Vine stuff on Twitter and just all you posted was like classic Vines, that would take off.
The Weeknd was
And
discovered. The Weeknd was discovered after anonymously posting his music on YouTube in 2010.
wow,
So YouTube.
that's crazy. Didn't he break a record or something last weekend for selling
He's
out
always
his
breaking
show?
records. He's so good. I love The Weeknd.
Wow. I,
I
I randomly saw him at Kobe Bryant's last basketball game, but
mhm.
that was like, it was like for like that long. I just saw him walking out the basketball arena. And everybody's like, oh, it's the weekend. And he had like all his hair, like all his hair on his head.
I've
That's the
never
only time I saw him.
I've never seen him in person. Yeah, that's one celebrity I've never seen in person. Have I? I don't think so.
You gotta go to one of his concerts. I hear
Love one of his
they're like
concerts.
they're
They're
huge.
just so big now.
Yeah.
And I like small intimate concerts. It's
Oh,
just
okay.
huge, it's too big.
Yeah,
Like
that
it's
makes
not fun
sense.
anymore.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe he'll do like a crypto
A
concert or
crypto one.
something, and then you can hop in like a little small like invite only.
Yeah.
Did you get invited to the Coinbase thing that was yesterday?
No. No one invites me to anything.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't even know about it, but I wasn't. I doubt I was gonna get invited. Nobody knows me anymore.
Yeah.
But that would have been like something cool that the week if they had the weekend performing there, that would have been that would have been pretty nice.
Yeah, Coinbase, it would have been nice to get an invite. Hello.
Yeah, Coinbase.
All
I
right. I
applied
got
for that crypto Twitter position. Oh yeah,
oh
that
no,
was
no,
all I was
go
gonna say. I
ahead.
applied
I
for that.
applied for that position too. I applied too.
Yeah, I didn't. My account had gotten suspended right like before I even did that. I think so. It was just I had no hope.
Wait, your new account?
No, my Franklin is board one. Either it got suspended before or after I applied, but either way, like they didn't tell me, they didn't reject me until after I was suspended. But
Oh,
I had nothing to show for that at that point because
oh,
even
damn.
if they like asked me for an interview or something, I'm like, oh well, my account's
Everybody
suspended. So
knows Franklin. You just say I'm Franklin.
yeah, they would have known who I am, but like I think I could do good. I can do good on crypto Twitter. I just need the right like need to find the right. I just need more followers basically. So one day I'll get back up there.
I think you will. You just need to like post like an insane trade you made, and everyone will start following you again. Like literally,
That
that's
that was gonna be if I got the Valentine one last night. I was like having
damn.
FOMO. I'm
Why
like,
didn't I? I
dang.
thought it was gonna be Taki.
I know,
Elon.
like,
I woke up and I went to bed and I'm like, this is gonna be 15 mil when I wake up.
oh, predicted the right market cap
I'm
too.
gonna be so up. I woke up and it
Ooh,
was like I was shocked. I was like, am I looking at the right chart?
I saw the way I found out was
The
after
right
I
coin. It was at
yeah
6. I bought it at 1 mil. And
the
like
way I found out was I saw like somebody posted a picture of Chad and it was like Chad went from 3 million to 30K in 1 minute. I was like, why? And then I was like, oh, because I forgot that wasn't his name.
one.
I was like, dang, Elon, like, I mean, literally in the middle of the night, you just changed people's fortunes for better or for worse. But yeah, that's the
And even
trenches for you.
I should just DM him like, hey, can you just not? Can you just
Yeah,
like
like,
let
do it
me?
during, like, at least during, like, wait, let us wake up first. Like, let us, like, reevaluate our, like, decisions
Exactly.
and get the day going. And then, you know, like, during your normal business hours as CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, who I
Yeah.
actually interviewed for on a couple days ago. Um, Yeah, like just do your meme coin farming during business hours, so at least we all can be awake.
You interviewed for Tesla?
No, SpaceX.
Oh, nice.
They that was my first ever interview with them. Thanks. I was so scared to apply to them, even though my career has been in the space industry for 15 years. I just
Mhm.
like faded SpaceX because they were so tough. The interview wasn't that tough, and it wasn't for a job that I really wanted to do. So I kind of let them know clearly at the beginning. There's 3 rounds of interviews, and I'd already interviewed with the recruiter beforehand. So I just want to be honest about it. But the trick question that he hit, well, not really a trick question, but like, they ask you this like math engineering based question, and it wasn't really that hard. But I got the answer right, but my explanation was a little bit off. Excuse me. So it wasn't perfect, but
Mhm.
at least I got through it. It's just one of those. Um, it was one of those happy to be there moments where it's like you work a long time to like get to that point, and because
Mhm.
I had faded it and was so like scared of it, the fact that I stepped into it and got one round in, that was good. And I hadn't done much work in over a year with my career. I just took a lot of time off, so the fact that I got in off of that was pretty nice. So yeah,
That's
I'll keep
congrats.
everybody updated. Thanks.
Congrats. I mean, it's not a job you want, but like, I still hope you get it.
Yeah, and there's other jobs at SpaceX that I applied for that hopefully I'm better suited for. It's not, with Elon and stuff. I like really faded them the past few years. But yeah, it's a definitely challenging place to work at. Like even the recruiter was telling me they work 60 hours a week, and I'd already heard rumblings of that. But I mean, it's like 60 hours versus being in the trenches is like pick one. Some
Yeah.
days I'm just like let me just be in the trenches and make my own hours. And
No, I'm like, I'm getting a full-time job. I'm like, I can't be doing this anymore.
well, you keep the show going. Pump my bags for
Pump your
Bitcoin.
bags.
And then yeah, and then
Pump,
we can both retire.
got you. All right. Thank you so much for joining. I'm gonna go to
No
sleep.
problem. Me
Probably not.
too. I got sleepy. Yeah, I'm gonna be in the bed in the trenches. Like, if that
Yeah,
makes any sense. Like on my phone, like scrolling charts, and then I'll fall asleep.
honestly, same. But thank you so much for coming. I will talk to you later.
All right. Good night.
Good night. Bye.
Bye bye.